Hi. Happy Wednesday, March 18th. I've decided that today I'm going to change things around. I'm not going to lie to you. I had kind of a tough day. Tuesday. Started Monday night. But I realized that I have sort of been giving myself over to the kids' schedule, and I'm at their beck and call because they're in school all day, and they're like, "Mom, can I have a snack?" And I've been so worried about them and paying too much attention to the news. So I decided last night, I had an epiphany that I'm going to make a schedule for myself. And I saw actually some really great posts of what people have been doing online, and people who lived through this in China, and they were talking about a schedule and stuff like that. And I was noticing that this morning when I was already kind of thinking, like, this is what I need. I need a schedule for me. So here's my schedule. Maybe you guys can figure out your own schedules, but I decided, okay, I'm going to wake up with the kids, right? Get the kids to school. That's a normal routine for me. Kids into school, or kids routine. Kids to school, okay? So they're in school by 8:35. And then normally I've been just taking that time to worry and watch CNN and fret for a while. So I'm not going to do that. Although I do like to listen to the daily podcast while I'm cleaning up their dishes or whatever. I have it play on my Alexa. And then after that, now I'm going to work out. And this morning, I had a really great workout. Peloton is doing a 90 days free Peloton. And even if you don't have a Peloton, like I don't have a Peloton, so I wish I had a Peloton, but I wish Peloton would make an elliptical. I'm just saying, I prefer an elliptical. It's better for my back. Anyway, so I'm going to work out. Today I did this great workout on Instagram with this guy, John Chainberg, and I'll put it in my, my live, whatever you call that thing in the corner. I don't even know what you call that thing. Where you're finding this, but the other part, like a link to it. It was great. It was really hard. So I worked out. Today it was with John Chainberg. Maybe I'll download this free 90-day Peloton app. And I'll do that. Then at 9:30, I have a friend. He was actually my boyfriend in high school, my prom date. And he's a great guy. And his name is Chad. And he was diagnosed with stomach cancer and a while ago. So we started a prayer group of 8. I don't know if anyone has heard of this power of 8, but if you get 8 people together and you pray at a certain time, it actually does wonders. So 9:30 every day, I meditate/pray, and that really clears my head. And even if you don't, hi, ciao in Italy, even if you don't believe in prayer or whatever, you can meditate and just focus on your breathing for 15 minutes. And for instance, some people in the prayer group don't believe whatever. I don't know if in my prayer group, but other prayer groups, maybe they're not into praying, but meditating, just breathing and thinking of other people. And this prayer group is really good for us because we all know each other from high school. It's that history of friends, and it's really nice. So then after that, I'm going to spend, there's a difference between left brain and right brain. So I like to write in the afternoon. So what I'm going to do now is organize. So I'm going to spend an hour and organize something, maybe in my house, a drawer, get rid of some clothes that I don't need, do these things because something, somewhere is asking us all to slow down. And so here we are. And what are we going to do with it? And how are we going to make this positive and the best experience for ourselves? So, this is my left brain time organized. Then it's lunch for the kids. They usually have a school break. We can walk the dog, go outside, keeping it safe 6 foot distance away from each other. And then they go back into school. They're busy. They have learning to do. And if your kids are out of school, there's a lot of apps out there that can teach your kids, put your kids in school. And did I see the live? No, I didn't do that. I didn't see the live on Pompeo, but that's great. I have 2 friends. One of my good friends headed up the Ebola crisis with Doctors Without Borders. So I talked to him a lot. And I talked to my GP a lot. And I'm no expert, but they're giving, the same advice that we're all saying. Just, we really need to take care of each other and stay away from each other. Social distancing is all we can do right now. So that's what we're doing. But it's challenging, and it's challenging to keep our energy up and keep our positivity. And also, you should take turns. Like, I've been sort of down, and Sid, he's been up today. He's a little down, so I'm like, all right, you go take a nap, and I'm going to get active. Because if you have friends, or, sometimes you are the cheerleader for your friend some days, and then other days they can be a cheerleader for you. So you got to allow yourself that, because it's all going to ebb and flow. Okay, after lunch. Ready? Now, here comes the right side of the brain part. My plan is to write. So in the last year and a half, I've written 2 screenplays, and I'm going to continue to write. And just do something creative. If you don't write, you could paint a picture, or you could draw a picture, or you could take some pictures, and we all have phones. Take some pictures, write in a diary, start a little diary that you can share with your relatives or your grandchildren or your whatever history about what this experience is like for you. That's that. And then the kids are out of school, and then that's a perfect time to go for another walk or do something like that. Usually, then they have their music lessons. I mean, my kids are busy. They're still scheduled throughout all of this. And then we have dinner. Sometimes we like to play a game right after dinner, or maybe a movie, or a book. And I'm wondering where I'm going to read. This is keeping me very busy. But you could catch up on some things that you wanted to. I'm going to keep my little schedule there. That you've wanted to do. This is usually my softball schedule. My softball, I put my lineup for my kids, but yeah, I don't think there's going to be a softball season this year, and it makes me really sad. There's a lot of things that make me sad. I don't think the kids are going to go back to school. I don't think that they know that or realize what that means yet. And my daughter was cast in a school play, and that's not going to happen. And, but there's also people who are living in far worse circumstance, which we try to remember to be grateful for what we have. This is going to be a tough time for everyone financially, and it's going to be a tough time for everyone emotionally. And we have each other, and we need to just really stay together. Keep communicating with each other, have a sense of humor if we can. I know that according to the governor, this wave is coming. So we have to... Hi, Spain. How are you guys doing? You played softball? Oh, that's tough. You couldn't play softball anymore. So... yeah, so so I see there's a situation right there. You couldn't play softball anymore at all. So these girls are disappointed they're going to miss the season, but they can also know that there will be other seasons, that we will get stuff. Our lives will change back. We just have to get through this period. And it's all about, what is worth what is the price of a human life and what is the value of a human life. So we're doing this for each other, and the only thing we can do is to stay separate, and that's the way we're taking care of each other and not spending time together, which is so weird because we're human beings, and that's I think our biggest longing is to connect to other people, which is why I'm sitting here talking to my phone. But you guys are there and I can see you there, so that makes me feel so much better. I definitely think people who have more should help others in need. Absolutely. And there's all different ways to give. There's, if you go online, I know that there's Venmo accounts for waiters at your local restaurant. Like if you're like, I always go to this restaurant and I know these people, they're going to be hurting. And I know that like your trainer, the woman who helps me clean my house, like she's not going to clean my house, but I'm still going to pay her, of course, like, you know. And there are little ways that we can help each other. And there's all kinds of organizations out there and ways to donate. I might even go back to playing guitar. And I don't know if you know this, but Sid, my fella, he's in the late night with Seth Meyers band. And so my daughter sings and my son plays. So maybe we're going to have to just start a little band. I looked at and finished high school, became an EMT, so you can help people out. So I'm telling you that the healthcare workers are like our nation's angels right now, and they're really the angels of the world. They are going to be the ones who are in the front lines here. So I had to stop. Yes, I know. See, people are all laid off. I know a lot of people who are laid off. I know people who, you know, like my trainer at the gym. I'm trying to get my trainer to do his own workout show on Instagram. Marlon Fitness. What is it? I am Marlon Fitness. I tagged him when he made me do these crazy workouts, which were really good for me. So we are all here. We're in this together. We're just going to take our time day by day and try a little schedule for yourselves. See how that works. Because last night I was just like, I'm just laying around and just loading bowls of Cheez-Its for children. And it was starting to bum me out. So I realized, you know, humans, we thrive on structure. And so we are going to get through this, but we need to keep ourselves healthy emotionally. And it's not easy. I know a lot of you know that my friend Anne died. She actually died 3 years ago Monday. And I was feeling really overwhelmed because of all of this. And then out of the blue, I turned on the radio, and Anne always loved that Beatles song, Let It Be. And then the music was just on the radio, that song. And I was like, all right, Anne, little message saying we're going to get through this, that, you know, that I believe like that her spirit is still here. So, anyway, gave me a message of courage the other day and hope. So another thing I was thinking of doing, and I think maybe I'll do this in a separate recording, is read some books to kids. So something we could just put on, and if you have a little kid, I would love to read books to kids. Planet Fitness free workout on T every 20 minutes. Oh, that's a great thing to know. I love that. There's Planet Fitness free workout on T every 20 minutes on YouTube. That's amazing. So, all right. Oh, can I show you a pretty picture? Oh my gosh! Can I announce something? So, throughout all of this, my daughter, who I'm so proud of, and I don't want to be like a bragger, but my daughter won a national poetry contest, and she's and through Scholastic, she's a national silver medalist in poetry, and oh, thank you, sweetie. I'm reading the comments. It's hard for me to read the comments and talk at the same time, so sometimes I miss them, but I can look back. And my daughter drew this nice, beautiful tree. Oh, good. I would love to read books for kids, so I have to figure out how to do that. I think I can just read and post it on a video. Thank you. I'm very proud of my daughter. You know, it was actually, I'll read what she wrote, and that will be one of the things. One other thing I noticed, and I hope that you all are noticing this as well, is it's spring. And nature is, the advocacy week, to answer your question, Sabrina, is canceled, obviously, because what we do for MECFS is we go to DC and we lobby for people who are immune compromised. So this is kind of the last thing that can happen, is for us to travel to DC with a bunch of immune compromised people. That would be like, no. And then we were going to go, advocates like myself, I was willing to go to DC and lobby, but they decided that they didn't even, I think they actually shut the doors so that they don't want people walking around in the halls of Congress right now. Anyway, so, hello from Germany. Look here. So, your mom sounds going to me, your daughter. Yay. I do. They do pray for us. Okay, well, look at here. So I looked out the window today, and I'm like, it's spring. And so don't forget to look outside and notice that the trees are starting to bloom, and that we are watching nature continue on while we have this momentary human pause. So, sending my love to you. I'm going to figure out how to read books. And I know, God, I have so many notes. I know that Lila, who's a sentimental fool like her mom, has a ton of girl books, which are good. The whole Pinkalicious series. So maybe that will be part of my creative time when I stop being able to write. I can read some books online. All right. So this is my hello to you. You take care of yourself. Dana Marie, 253. Anyone this is what we're all in this together to help each other, especially those who are immune compromised. So I'm sending you all love and all courage and all patience, and make a schedule. Even if you don't have a dry board like me, just get yourself a schedule and take care of yourselves too. Alrighty. And we will be back together, all out there again soon. So much love to you all. And I will be back later with more live videos. I love reading your comments. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yes, all of you too.